Scams, signs of elderly financial exploitation. The number of successful financial scams against seniors in our country is alarming, with a loss of about $36 billion. That's a lot of money. Why is that? Well, older adults tend to have more assets, and therefore they face an increasing number of economic vulnerabilities. These factors make older adults targets for scams and abuses perpetrated by strangers, predatory lending, your own family, other professionals. So how can you know if unscrupulous people are targeting you? Well, here's a few things to consider. Unusual banking activity. We all have one, a signature. So if you see an abnormal signature, you're probably being scammed. Excessive gifts or donations. Changes to your property title, your wills, power of attorney. If you didn't make those changes, you're probably being scammed. Memory-related mistakes. A lack or reduction of care. Sudden interest or affection. A loss of control over your own finances. Those in your family with addiction problems, gambling problems, financial problems might be tempted to take advantage of an older family member. Some relatives feel that their actions are justified because the older person's money will eventually be theirs, but it's not theirs just yet. This justification can be exacerbated by fears that the older relative will use up their savings before they can get it as an inheritance. Many older adults fail to report the exploitation because they fear that their family might get in trouble or face jail time, and they don't want that for their own family, even though their own family is victimizing them. The perpetrator, strangers. You might receive phone calls or emails from strangers posing as someone else, asking the older adult to send funds. And if an older person has someone who they knew a long time ago and haven't spoken to them in years, that person might all of a sudden come back in their lives and ask for things, or they may try to get closer to you with the intention of taking your money. A scam artist may pretend to be someone who's in love with the older adult as like a sweetheart scam. You know, I love you, send me this money, I miss you, send me this money, I can't wait to see you, send me this money. And the older person might fall for it and send them the money. These individuals, these scam artists, these strangers, identify the older vulnerable adults through a variety of means, such as mail, text message, email, phone calls, looking through obituaries online in a newspaper targeting widows. The perpetrator, professionals. Trusted professionals can use their position to take advantage of older adults. They might overcharge for products and services or recommend harmful and expensive products. They may partake in deceptive business practices to gain your trust and use their position to gain your business. There are so many ways that you can be tricked and skimped out of your own money. Criminals come with new ways every day to take advantage of older people. Some common ways are lottery and sweepstakes scams. Lottery and sweepstakes scams, where an older adult is informed that they have won the lottery and must send in money to cover mailing and other related expenses before receiving the winnings. The grandparent scam. The grandparent scam, in which someone calls an older adult claiming to be their grandchild and asks for money to get out of an emergency situation. Internet phishing for account information. Internet phishing for account information. often done by emailing an older person with a false claim from a bank and then asking for personal account information. So professionals can also drain your account by doing the following. Predatory lending. Predatory lending, where older adults are convinced to take out harmful or unnecessary loans. Annuities. Annuities that will not mature until much later in their lifetime, when an older adult will be in their 90s or over. Investment schemes. Investment schemes that promise unrealistic returns on investments. Identity theft. ID theft, where individuals who receive an older adult's information might use it fraudulently to open credit cards or steal from the older person. Roof repair, yard work, home repair scams. Roof repair, yard work, home repair scams, where work is not done or badly done, yet the homeowner might be charged excessive amounts for the work. Financial certifications. Financial certifications that have no real meaning but are used to engage older adults into allowing these so-called financial planners or advisors to handle their finances. Here are some ways that family and friends can also scam you out of your savings. Power of attorney and joint or custodial accounts. Power of attorney and joint custodial bank accounts in which family members, after obtaining POA or opening a joint custodial bank account with the victim, might steal their money for their own use. In addition, family might use ATM cards and checks to withdraw money from an older person's account. Threats. Threats of abandonment or physical harm, unless the older adult gives the family member money. Neglect. Neglect to care for the older adult, potentially using the victim's money for personal needs. Here are some general guidelines to help you avoid financial exploitation. Use only trustworthy people and organizations when making financial arrangements and decisions. Get everything in writing. Do not take verbal assurances. Take time before making decisions. Do not sign a document or make purchases or donations over the phone or online without careful consideration. Do not send money by cash or make wire transfers. Lock financial documents and information in safe places at home and at work. Ask why someone needs your personal information or financial information before you share it. Become familiar with up-to-date information on scams and frauds. This is available through the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Office of Older Americans. Hopefully this can be a stepping stone or a foundation to help you avoid getting scammed, whether by a family member, a professional, or a stranger. Take care out there.